Hi everyone. Today I'm going over how to use Spelling Power the easy, simple way. I know a lot of moms get this book and it can be kind of intimidating because there is like 100 pages of instructions and everything you need to do. We are not using it exactly how the author intended, but I think that's okay because it's working for our family and it's something I can use with 4 kids out of 1 book. So I wanted to give you guys just a brief overview of how we're using it. So on page 44, you have some survey tests. Let me see if I can get it up here. So what we do is you're going to give your child the survey test. All they need is a piece of paper and a pencil. You're just going to say the word on down the list until they can't spell the words anymore. So just have them write them down, and when they get stuck 3 or 4 words, they can't spell them anymore, you're going to stop. And then you're going to turn the page. And there's a little chart right here about the number of words they got correct on the list. If they could only get 10 words or 5 words, that's fine. You'll just find the number of words they got correct, and it's going to give you a rough grade level of where your child's at with spelling. And then it tells you what placement test to start with. So if they got 10 words correct, it is almost 3rd grade level, and placement test B, for example. The placement tests are following. So you would go to placement test B, and then you're just going to give these words to your child. You're going to say the word and have them write them down. And then you're going to see how many they got wrong when you're done with the list. Down here at the bottom, there's a little table. If they hardly got any wrong, you're going to start them on level C. If they got most of them wrong, then you're going to start them on level A. So this really narrows down where your child should start, so you don't have to spend a lot of time going over words that they already know. So let me turn to one of the levels so you can see what that looks like really quick. Okay, here are some of the level A lists. So these are shorter, easier for a younger child. And then let me flip to a harder list. It goes all the way from A to K. So I had my high schooler do this, and she actually placed out of the book. She knew all of the words in the harder level. So my senior won't need to do this year. All right, level K is one of the hardest. So you can see the lists are a lot longer and the words are a lot more difficult. So what would this look like every day in your homeschool? So basically, one at a time, I'm gonna take 5 minutes. My kids are a little bit older, they're middle school, high school. For younger kids, it might take a little longer. But you're just gonna turn to the word list that they're on and have them write the words. So let me go back to this one. Okay, so group A, say on Monday when you're starting this, you give your child level A, group 1, and they write all these down and they can spell them just fine. The next day we would go to the next group. If they can spell them just fine, the next day we go to the next group and continue on until we get to a list that they don't know how to spell the words. And then we would spend a week on that group of words. And then the next week we would do another group of words. You can have your child write the words like 3 to 5 times each or more if you think it's appropriate, or you can have your child write them in a complete sentence. Our language arts that we're using for some reading and grammar and things is a little more writing intensive, so I'm not going to have them write them in complete sentences. I think it's a little overkill for what we have going on. But for younger children, you can have letter tiles where you help them spell out the words. You can use Play-Doh to help form, like cat, you would form Play-Doh letters. You can have a sheet tray of sand where they can trace out the letters. So you can be creative with younger kids on how you're just helping them practice the spelling words. For older kids, we're just writing them. One of the reasons I really like this book is because I love the simplicity of it. I love that it's pretty minimalist. I can teach all of my children spelling right out of this book. It doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles or crafts or this huge program that I have to go through for 4 kids for spelling. Because having 4 kids, I already have to teach 4 maths and 4 phonics or whatever they need. For the other subjects, we do more of a family style. For science and history, I combine grades whenever I can. But for this, I grab one book everybody is in a different place on the list, and I just give them their words to write and practice for the day. And it's short and simple and very effective. So let me know what questions you guys have in the comments below, and I'll try to answer them. Thanks.